All right, welcome back, everybody, for this Thursday, August 24th, 2023. Going to make this recap fairly quick here. Let's start off with indices. Only had one trade on the indices, and that was going to be on the mini Russell. It did come in as a short here, about, let's see, the exact time was around 8:40. It was a short on the mini Russell. It was what we call a pairing pattern short. This is one of my 4 patterns that I'm looking at. And once again, pretty textbook. Finally did after the opening, finally broke. Hit our profit down here at the green. I got it as it was going down. Made nice little money on that mini Russell. We had one stock that really took off, so let's take a look at that. And we're going to look at a couple things. I want to show you what I saw in the stock as well and why it exploded. All right, this was the big one, BRSH. Big volume today. A lot of people were watching this stock because of a huge amount of volume this morning. Even before the opening, so I entered this around 8:33. Once again, it was a pairing pattern buy, and not one of my strongest pattern, but I did have these 3 different levels here that I was looking at, and then as we started to hit these three different levels, I started to get more levels. Once again, I really like to catch it on the opening, because a lot of times, as you can see here, you do have that explosion, and I've talked a lot about that, and so the idea is try to keep it. Hopefully when we get in before the opening bell, hopefully we just kind of go sideways, maybe a little bit up, and then catch that explosion and get out. And that's kind of what we did. So we already penetrated the first 3 levels here going into the opening. I felt it was still strong. Everything was indicating that we were going to go up. And I'm going to show you what the book looked like here in just a minute here, show you the order flow on that. But as we started to develop, we started getting 3 additional levels. Of course, right after the opening, we did explode. Went through these 3 levels. I actually got out as it was moving up. So I got out right here on that very first trade. Now, after this very first trade, it did pull back, and then I started getting more levels. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 different levels. So I got another 4 patterns. In this case, this was an HF1. So I went ahead and I bought my HF1. Came in at, bought in at 409. This came in around 939. And it just couldn't go anywhere. Unfortunately, I thought maybe we were going to try to take out these other highs here, because we did have some levels sitting up here. We did at least penetrate a first 2 levels, 1 and 2. So when it wasn't going any further, I went ahead and got out at 17. So bought it at 09, got out at 17. I picked up a little bit on that second move up, but what I want to show you is what did I like? What did I like about getting into this trade back here around 8:33? So let's look at that. All right, so here we go. So once again, this is VWAP, by the way, if you're curious. But what is that purple line? That is actually VWAP. A lot of traders use it. I watch it because I like to see what the majority of the traders are looking at. Of course, we did come down. But then we had this really nice setup here. Remember, that was a pairing pattern on our very first trade. This came in around 8:33, but look at this. Once again, we've talked about these patterns, right? Let me see if I can make this a little bit smaller. We talked about these patterns looking at order flow, and what I like to see is just a wall of buying down here, right? Now, a lot of times what happens is when we get into these trades, we'll see a lot of this selling drying up, which is fine. So what I like to do is I like to see this heavy buying down here, but then what I like to see is that's going up. I want to see that selling start to dry up. We did see a little bit of that after the market started taking up. So, but this was the key for me, is when I had the pattern setting up. All right, I had 2 or 3 different levels that were setting up as well. So Einstein was there, the patterns were there, but then I come over here and I look at the order. I look at the order, the book. Okay, look at the order flow. Seeing a lot of still buying, a lot of buying orders coming in. I mean, that is what's going to be the catalyst to push these things higher, and that's exactly what it did. So overall results. Once again, nice little trade on the mini Russell. Once again, that was only one trade. I didn't do anything on the ES. I didn't on the E-mini S&P. I didn't do anything on the mini NASDAQ. Stayed away from gold, silver. Stayed away from the commodities today. Only traded the one indice. And then, of course, the big one was, of course, on BRSH. Caught a nice little move there on those 2 trades. Everything else was pretty much, now CNDA that came in the morning, that just wasn't going anywhere. Just totally dead. I did like everything on the charts. I like what I was seeing on the order flow, but it just didn't seem to want to move, so I went ahead and got out. Because of the bigger spread between the bid and ask, was actually up, but by the time I got out, I took a loss. HIBS and TECS, once again, they came in late in the day, so nice little scalpers there. And LABD was also kind of midday, late in the day as well. Little scalp there. The only other things I put on today, let's see here. Now, GNCS is still carryover. If you recall GNCS, MYSE still carryover. YANG, I'm in YANG, and I added in JDST. So I want to carry those over. So I'm okay carrying these over into Friday. Hopefully I can get out of them tomorrow. I'm okay carrying some of these trades over right now. This is something that I normally don't do, but we're in a market now where a lot of times, you know, everything is setting up. They haven't hit those upper levels yet, and it may just take a day or so. So I'm okay with that, all right? So I'm okay with carrying these over right now. That may not be the same in a couple weeks from now. If volatility starts to pick up, I may not be doing that. But right now, I think I'm okay carrying these over. It seems to be working all right. And I still like what I'm seeing on these 4 different stocks, all right? So we'll keep an eye on that tomorrow. But I'm hoping I can get out. Now, of course, tomorrow being a Friday, can be, sometimes it can be really good. And sometimes it can be, you know, nothing ever happens. And you just end up getting chopped up. So it's hard to say what's going to happen tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get some additional good volatility in the market. And just in the week, really strong here. I have some nice trades tomorrow. But we'll just have to wait. So hopefully you can join us in the morning. If you like these videos, please don't forget to subscribe. And let me know by hitting the like button. And then if you'd like to be notified when I send out these updates, you can do that by hitting the notification bell. And you will be notified when these updates come out. All right, that's it. Everybody have a good night. And hopefully we'll see everybody first thing tomorrow morning. Take care.